right, well, hello, happy campers. Thank you so much for joining us on another Extra Salty Popcorn podcast. This is what, episode 27, 26, 27?
26,
7. See, we don't even know.
I think it's 26.
I'm
leaning towards 26, I think.
Last one we did was 25. This one's 26.
Okay, yes.
This is 26. This is 26. So that, shows how much we care about this podcast. That every time this starts, I have to ask which episode this is. So, let's start this off on a good note. We have friends that are going through really troubling times. This entire pandemic, all this stuff has put a lot of people in very troubling.
And this is coming strictly from an American point of view.
This is an American way.
Yeah, first world problems.
As you can tell, the language I am speaking is English, and
With an American
West Coast accent, dude.
Bro.
Dude. No, no. So, I don't have a quote, but all I gotta say is the most important thing for us to do right now is to be together. We've been shoveled and fed so much bullshit coming from all sides. We all have our opinions and we all have our health and to account for, but I've found the most important thing is that we're together and we're communicating and we're creating experiences and we're enjoying experiences together. COVID, no COVID, we can't disband, because if we do, then that's when the real disease starts. So
that's where the Mad Max storyline begins.
That's when the apocalypse happens.
Basically.
That's,
or we divide ourselves. And, as funny as that sounds, that is kind of based in reality.
It is. And I'm seeing it. And I'm feeling it. When I'm disconnected from you guys, when I can't, hug a friend or say hello and have a conversation, I'm lost into my own world of madness. And I'm forced to, go on my phone or go on YouTube or something. Not saying there's nothing bad on, with content creation. That's literally what we're doing right now.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. But what I'm saying is, there's a real fear and guilt that's driving people apart. And I don't think the answer is to isolate. I think it's really important to connect, to touch. It's very important to have that connection. So that's what I want to start this podcast on, is the importance of that, because I've been struggling with mental health and anxiety and depression on extreme levels to where I can't even do my fucking job. I'll wake up and, I start having, panic attacks, or I wake up in the middle of the night and shit. It sucks. But then when I talk about it and I share it with others, and I'm around...
And they relate feelings.
And they relate, and it's just holy shit, okay, we're not alone. We're not alone. We're actually going through this together. And we help each other. And that's the importance of connection. And friends and family. So, yeah. I just want to give a special shout out to Paul and his family. He's been on this podcast before.
He's a balance boy.
Think
about it, I'm pretty sure.
He's part of the Wolfpack.
He's been in walking talks. He's played a big part in the whole balance / purely positive history.
Even in Pursuit of Nothing, which is
he's a real stand-up guy, that Paul.
Yeah.
He's one of the best guys I know, and he's really struggling, really struggling. He can't even talk right now. Literally can't talk. So just to Paul, and the Reynes family, got mad love for you guys, and we're gonna keep fighting together as a unit. So what about that basketball game?
I thought we were starting on a good note.
Hey,
That started good, but then it like we
That's
a little bit of reality.
Slowed downwards.
that's what it is. That's the
But that's the balance. That's why we're not so purely positive anymore, because life is
that didn't work.
there's balance to things. You know, you're not always going to be purely positive. Sometimes we have a little slice of reality and be a real kick. But we get through it together. As humans on this planet, we're all neighbors. We should all be there for each other. Unity. Not division.
Yes. And and I didn't mean to bring us to such a dark, low moment, but that's literally like, you know, my reality right now. It's just that's what it is, and I want to communicate about it because I myself want to get better. Mm-hmm. And the only way to get better is, I think, to talk about it, and to be honest about it, you know. I fucking did hot yoga.
Again? We talked about this last podcast.
We did, yeah.
We did? Alright, well, no, I didn't do it again, so it was an experience. I've been thinking about it going back to it, but it's a really, like, tough situation because it's like,
tough.
It's like, you're literally, like, in hell of how hot it is. And, like, so, like, all your problems and insecurities and anxieties all comes out, but you're also, like, around strangers, and you, like, I was so shaky and just so, like, weak in the moment. But there's something pure about that, you know? Like, there's something really truthful about it. And it was like, okay, this is what I'm struggling with.
That's funny. No, I remember you saying, like, you were so shaky in the moment. Like, you feel so, like, no matter how strong you feel, like, even just doing some, like, just, like, regular yoga, like, it'll humble you sometimes. Like, that one time we did yoga at Landing in a Bottle, I thought, you know, like, I lifted weights, had some upper body strength, but, like, when it came down to it, like, there were points where I was just, like, trembling, and I'm looking at everyone just, like, easing into it and, like, relaxing. I was like, what is this? This was, like, the hardest workout I've ever done. But I felt really good at the end.
At the end, yeah.
By the end of it, you feel
once it ends, it's like, all right, let's go back to the camp and have a drink and talk about it. But yeah, no, like it's something like today, you know, like, because I guess the reason why I started this about Paul was because I woke up to a text by Paul. Mm-hmm. It was a group text, and he just said, "I love you all." Mm-hmm. And I hadn't heard from him for a couple days. I already knew he was doing bad.
He can still text though?
He can still text, yes. But that's all he said. He just said, "I love you all." And it put me in this really weird state of like, okay, what's going on with him? Yeah. Is this it? Like, is this his, like, he knows he's going to die and, like, he's just giving his final farewell, like, goodbye? Mm-hmm. It put me in a really weird headspace. And there's, like, a lot of things I wanted to do today, but I just, like, I just couldn't get to it, not because of simply him, but just because it put me in this headspace of, like, how, like, fragile and precious life is, and how much we get in our own ways to execute things, to get things done, to enjoy ourselves, to, like, really enjoy ourselves. Like fear and guilt are a motherfucker. They are just you know, and it's like, I want to be there for my friends, but sometimes, like, oh no, fear and guilt, or you know, don't connect. Like, there's so much, like, influence. It's crazy. Right. And today, like, I don't know if you guys sing in the shower.
Yeah, everyone sings.
If I'm home alone, yeah.
Oh, do it.
Like if people are home, it's kind of more like a soft singing. But like if I'm alone, then yeah, the acoustics are great.
Dude, everything is like it sounds so good. But dude, I just shrieked, like just screamed.
Like heavy metal,
Like-
screamo, just.
Yeah, dude. Like it got gnarly. And I realized like, okay, so this
Your
is
neighbors are probably scared.
They're
Holy crap! What is happening at the Sanchez house?
I closed the window. I closed the window. They're okay. But yeah, like there's just a lot of just pent up emotions that I don't know, like it feels like as if we're going into like a new world, like we're all like transitioning into like just a completely new way to be.
I feel like part of that is happening at the same time that we're kind of transitioning into like real adulthood.
Maybe that's it.
It's very like we were born at a very interesting time. I know it's very like this is just heavy set into the people that born in our time frame, like 94, 95, 96, 97. Like we were all born at that certain time where like we remember the time before the internet, and then we were there as the internet rose to such importance that it is
It's true.
today. We are witnessing a change in society in the way that life is going to move forward as we are reaching that point in our lives where we're making real money, making real big life decisions, moving out, and it's all coming at the same time, and it's very just like it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't think previous maybe again it's just biased towards us because it's what we're experiencing.
Yeah.
But just like it's hard to like you look back at your parents. It's like they didn't have to deal with the internet though, coming of age and all this information in your face all the time, and just the rising. I mean, there's a lot going on. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, and by the time all that stuff was made, their lives were already established. Whereas these new kids, they're born into this generation, and all that stuff is already made. We're the ones who
We were told we wouldn't have calculators in our pockets wherever we walked.
exactly.
And now we do. In fact, we have more than a calculator. We have
Yeah.
a whole encyclopedia of knowledge.
We have
in
a
our
computer.
pocket.
Yeah.
This is not a phone. This is a computer.
Why do we
that
even
can
call it a
work.
phone anymore?
It's a computer that can
It's a
call.
full-fledged computer.
It's a computer.
It's my banking device. You can deposit money. You can literally do everything.
Dude,
on
look
it.
at this.
And this is within the last.
Boom. Oh shit.
Nope.
I just paid you $300,000.
No, you did not. But he could if you wanted to. He can take
No,
pictures.
not even if you wanted to.
I
You
could. I would get in some real deep trouble. That's what the hat's for.
But he can do that.
Some probably business.
Take pictures, watch videos, make videos, communicate.
And that's all within the last 10 years. which-
Yeah.
Very fast.
Like, and even just like within the last 5 years, like, because even like early 2010s, there were still like phones, like the iPhone 4 when that came out, like, yeah, it could do a lot of what our phones could do now, but at the time it was just like, oh, it's a fancy phone, and you could like set calendar dates, you could watch YouTube, take really good high def pictures, and oh, there's a selfie camera. But now it's like expected that your phone can literally do everything, that your cards are on it, your money's there. Your life, your social media, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Snapchat, that's how you communicate to people. That's how people even get to know you. Your dating life. People get married
Yeah,
by
dude.
meeting people through like Tinder, Bumble, or those other dating site or apps.
Yep.
People trade stocks through their phone. They make their money. They make their living off of their phone. Like
Off of
it's
They make their living
all
just
based off
fucking-
of their phone.
No.
You know.
They're just recording themselves dancing on Instagram.
On
And they're
TikTok,
making
influencers.
livings.
Influencers.
Yeah.
I didn't even consider the influencers.
Yeah.
Like
They're
on
making-
Instagram, TikTok,
And they're millionaires. You know?
straight up.
You know, just recording themselves dancing and stuff.
And like,
so.
what is that? Like, what's like
I can do
like
that.
what is this? You know, like what's the point of capturing like we're like these great hunters just capturing moments.
If anything, this podcast is an excuse for us to get together and talk about it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
It's
So
more for us.
It's
than
not
it
so
is
much for
guys.
you, it's
Yeah.
more for me.
It's us.
Collective.
Yeah.
That's right,
Collective.
unity.
Yeah.
Greg, what's your take?
Wake up, Greg.
He watched too much porn today.
He stayed up a little late last night.
Yeah.
Long
He
night.
He did too many. He did too much Xanax. like too much.
Way too much. His like neck is at like a 90-degree angle.
Perfect flat square.
If you ever fall asleep like that, that's not good.
This is like more than scoliosis. His spine has a 90-degree bend.
Oh, poor Greg.
In fact, he's like fully awake. He's just like, my spine is just shaking.
He's a Scooby-Doo villain. He's a Scooby-Doo. Yeah, he has something to do with Scooby-Doo. Yeah.
Scooby-Doo that crap. Speaking of.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo that crap.
We could transition right into the Scooby-Doo that crap, which was spoken by Doctor Strange in the new trailer for Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. I was so lost for a
No
second.
Way Home.
I was right there with you when you said Scooby-Doo that crap. I was like,
I was waiting for an extra point for you to bring up, and then you did the oh. I'm like, okay, he's dead. Anyway, Spider-Man. New trailer's out. I was expecting a little more to be shown, but I'm kind of glad that they didn't reveal.
I feel like they should.
what we think they're gonna reveal.
I'm glad they didn't because you know what? They're saving it for the theater reveal, and I'm all for it.
That's great. When have we had that in a superhero movie in the past 10 years? You know.
Mm.
So that's true. I feel like we're finding everything out on the internet before we find out in the trailer or the movie. So the fact that there's still surprises in the trailers.
I appreciate what Marvel's doing.
Yeah, and I still got emotion.
Even though there's
trailer.
No, I got hyped.
Yeah.
I was like, I stopped an entire family dinner discussion because I watched it. Shut up, Spider-Man. Like I put it on, and you know they were eating, and then I was just like, oh no fucking way. I did like even in that like deep register, and then like I heard my mom going like, what? I'm like, oh no, it's just Spider-Man.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, everything's fine.
Yeah.
But
yeah, man, because I wanted to break it down when I think about Dr. Octopus showed up, saw his face, and was like, You're not Peter. I was like, oh!
That confirms it.
That confirmed everything, and then he explains, or Doctor Strange explains that want to pause it?
No. Coochie Bear. Hey, bud. So you are live on a podcast right now. What's up?
Oh man, I wish I was there.
Yeah.
Cameron finally made it on the podcast.
Invite me. I want to be on. I'm only going to be living here for like another 3 weeks.
Again?
No, actually, it's like real this time.
Okay.
We're all moving, I think. So.
Oh shit. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to bring this real shit onto your podcast. How you guys doing?
Dude.
Shout out to the podcast.
Yeah, it's the Salted Popcorn Podcast. Honestly, don't worry about it. We've been getting pretty real on this episode so far. We've been talking about some deep stuff, and then we transition.
Where you guys at?
We're at Dalton's place. Yeah.
Shout out Dalton.
Hey, it's
I haven't seen you for a minute, man.
yeah, it's been a little bit. I hear you've been doing alright.
Yeah. Hope you're doing alright, man.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm chilling.
Hey, you know how life is for everybody. It can be pretty wild, especially in these 2020, 2021
That's what we were
lives.
just
We were just talking about
That's literally what we're talking about.
Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's talking about
At least you're on
it.
topic,
You
bud.
have to these days.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. That's what I'm talking about. Like you have to talk about it.
Yeah, of course.
Like you have
I mean,
to.
hey, go ahead.
No, I'm just like I mean I don't want to repeat myself on the same episode, but like I was like bringing up like how important it is to like be connected with each other and talk about like these issues that we're all going through and like the craziness and all that shit.
I mean, to talk it out is, you have to do it, man. To bottle any of your feelings up in general is horrible. So, I mean, everybody's going through a lot of stuff right now, so when it really, like, you know what I mean? In the words of Bob Marley, fucking one love right now. We need that more than ever. We need that more than ever.
Absolutely. You know,
So,
I have a Bob Marley poster in my room, and it says,
You do. You've had it for a minute.
I have.
Not saying I've been in your room.
Oh, you know you have. Come on, Coochie Bear.
Yeah, I've smoked ganja in your room. What? No.
Don't say that.
Why?
Edit it out, Cameron or whoever's editing this out because it's that guy.
It's just
It's actually Dalton. Dalton does the podcast.
Oh,
editing.
Dalton. Shout out Dalton for editing as well.
You know what's really there's a Bob Marley poster because apparently like everyone has a Bob Marley poster somewhere in their house or whatever.
Everyone who wants to smoke marijuana
Everyone who's
has had one or still currently has a Bob Marley poster. Yes.
Yeah, and apparently there's a poster that's literally just purely black and it says a Bob Marley poster.
It just says a Bob Marley poster.
Yeah.
That's
I
great.
definitely have to get that and hang that up above my bed.
Yeah.
Bob.
A Bob, just Bob.
Just
It just
Bob.
says
I'm
Bob.
hanging it above the living room. People are like, really?
B.O.B..
What's that? I'm like, well, obviously it's a Bob Marley poster.
Everyone's got one, man.
That was too easy, guys. That was too easy.
I know, but we we do what we gotta do.
But no, hey, I don't mean to call and, interrupt the old cast. Shout out to the cast.
Greg says hi.
No, we always appreciate the guest
Hey,
appearances.
if y'all ain't doing anything, tonight or tomorrow, whatever, hit me up.
Yeah, it sounds like we have a lot to talk about with you moving and
We're gonna
shit.
take a field trip over to your house after
we
this.
do.
Yes.
We definitely have a lot to talk about. Oh, boy.
Yeah. After the once they're finished up here, we'll, as Pat said, take a field trip.
Oh, field trip. Oh, my house is a field trip. Oh, joy.
Yeah, man, you're the main event.
Yeah. Hey, it is main event. Hey, the main event's a podcast. Hey, shout out the podcast. I'm glad the first time I ever showed up, at least my voice was to be heard. You guys have a good one.
Hey, no, we're gonna get you in next week. How's that sound?
Well,
Definitely.
that
No, we
sounds fine.
have to.
That
We only have
sounds
3
awesome,
weeks to
man.
do
I'd love
it.
to sit down and talk to you guys.
Yeah, man. No, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it does. It
Cool.
does.
Cool. We'll have to plan it as long as Zachary answers my phone calls. Anyways, goodbye.
Excuse you, sir. I called you last.
Hey, all right. You're right.
I am.
Whatever.
I'll look at my phone log history.
His records.
My records. All right, buddy.
Well, you guys have yourselves a good podcast. Thanks for letting me on, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. All right, buddy.
See you in a
Love you.
bit.
I'll talk to you guys in a bit later. Take her easy.
All right, babe.
Always, bud.
Hey.
So that was Cameron Herford,
Coochie Bear.
Coochie Bear. He's a very, very. I don't even want to say friend. He's a brother to me. I've been through crazy shit with him. Yeah.
Some might even call him a lover. No.
He has seen my room, so.
No.
Yeah.
He's seen his Bob Marley poster.
What were we talking? Okay, yeah. So Spider-Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
No Way Home.
Where did we? Oh.
Last thing I was talking about was how Dr. Octopus saw his face and realized he wasn't his Peter.
And
And then when Doctor Strange pointed out, hey, you're fighting the ghosts of villains who died fighting their Spider-Man. And that's when I realized, yeah, Doc Ock died fighting Spider-Man.
Green
Green
Goblin
Goblin died. That's why he was there.
But they were
Sandman.
also all. Sandman didn't.
Sandman didn't die, so it'll be
No, he
interesting.
didn't.
Yeah, he didn't die. Yeah, he left. I remember he cried, had like a tearful moment with Peter, and then
It's gonna be the
Yeah, he
story with
flew.
Electro and.
he died. Electro died. I remember.
I don't remember
I didn't
Electro.
watch The Amazing Spider-Man.
I didn't watch
Andrew Garfield.
Now you have to because of this.
Now I have to.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
excuse.
Now you have to.
Dude, I see what they're doing.
Yep. Now you have to. And
I-
they're not that great. They're not that great movies. But
That's why I never watched.
We've dissected the quality of Peter Parker's
Mm.
in this podcast.
I think we have.
Yeah, because you made a great point about Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker.
Oh yeah.
That how like he was too cool.
Yeah. He's way too cool. He was a hipster type dude.
Yeah, and that just didn't work. Like he was a good Spider-Man.
He was a Spider-Man, but not
But he wasn't a
Peter
good
Parker.
Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a lot of people felt that Tobey Maguire was a great Peter Parker because he was, the nerdy, wimpy.
He was a bitch.
But they felt like when he became Spider-Man, he wasn't Spider-Man enough because he didn't have enough quips. And Spider-Man was known for his quips, and he didn't have enough.
Pizza time.
Right, yeah. and Peter said that, Spider-Man didn't even say that. So, yeah, they're saying in between the two of them would make a great Spider-Man or a terrible Spider-Man. But Tom Holland had both.
Both.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
He's perfect.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's, so, yeah, but
What? Okay.
in this new one, yeah, so, I guess, spoiler, Electro dies.
In Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, in Amazing Spider-Man 2,
Yeah, I have not seen that one. That's
and
why.
Lizard dies in the Amazing Spider-Man.
See, I didn't even remember that.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the first Amazing Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm. With the lizard.
Oh,
Sorry if I burped.
no, you're okay. You're okay. No, I was like, I remember him dying. I don't remember him living at the end.
I do remember Lizard being in the first Amazing Spider-Man.
He
I never
was.
watched it, but I knew he was the villain.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I never saw. I know nothing about the second one. I didn't know Electro was in it at all.
Oh yeah,
Jamie Foxx.
Electro's in it. Rhino's in it, played by Paul Giamatti.
Which
Oh,
was
what?
only like
Yeah.
it was like a minute long scene at the
Yeah.
very end.
Well,
Yeah.
That's the part I remember going like, what the hell?
Yeah, he was barely in it. Yeah, and then who else? There was somebody else was in it too. They mentioned Harry Osborn. Harry Osborn becomes the Green Goblin in the movie, and his dad only kind of gets referenced.
well.
He was played by the guy from not Project X, but what's the film style superhero movie?
I know what you're talking about.
Prestige.
No, I know what you're talking about.
What the hell is
Yeah,
it called?
Michael B. Jordan was
With
in
the
it.
3 kids.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And they find that rock, gives them superpowers.
What is that movie called?
And that one guy goes. Oh man.
But that guy. What's that movie called?
Yeah.
Chronicle.
Chronicle.
Nice.
It's Chronicle.
Is it Chronicle?
It is.
I was about to look it up.
Nice.
Dude, come on, give me one.
That was-
Chronicle.
Dude.
That was
That
good.
is. Yeah. Oh
That
my
was good.
gosh.
But
Okay,
yeah,
wait,
that guy. He was Harry Osborn.
He was Harry Osborn, yeah, and
Yes.
Wow.
he becomes the Green Goblin in it. The biggest scene in that movie, well, spoiler, do you care? Do you not
No.
care?
Go for it.
Gwen Stacy dies.
I heard about that.
Emma Stone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she dies.
Yeah, and it was like a big, when somebody's about to die, she's falling and he goes and looks like he saves her. You know when you catch somebody and they're standing there, they're like, and they go, okay, that didn't happen. She was just like, and I was expecting it, and then blood came out of her mouth, and I was like, oh,
They
dang!
did that.
They did
Alright,
that.
You
Yeah.
think they're gonna do that to?
Oh, okay. So
In this-
in the trailer when she was falling and Peter was diving, it was the exact same way. That's how Gwen died in the last movie. The exact same way. She was falling.
So
and he was
already-
diving for her.
There's already people having like rumors, theories that like that's Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man saving MJ to redeem the fact that he couldn't save Gwen.
Oh, yo,
Dude, I've also heard a theory that like that scene where like Spider-Man's like jumping towards and you got the lizard
Sandman.
Sandman.
You can
Right,
see
yeah.
Lizard and Electro going in 2 different directions. Where are they going? The other
Other
2 Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Who? Toby and Andrew Garfield.
There's one
Toby
scene.
Maguire, not Toby Garfield, but
Toby Garfield. Oh,
Toby
shit.
Garfield.
You don't mean Andrew Maguire? There's also one scene somebody frozen rewinded it. There's a scene where the lizard's going.
that was in
Yes.
the Brazilian trailer. They messed up and they didn't cut it soon enough, and they got one of the Spider-Men punching Lizard. But
Yeah, but you don't see Spider-Man.
Dude,
Yeah.
honestly, the hype is.
we
so
all know
real.
we all know what's gonna happen in this movie, but I appreciate Marvel is
I'll cry.
holding out.
I'll fucking
This
cry.
is a big movie. This is pinnacle Spider-Man. They're bringing together
Cheers.
Sinister Six, the Spider-Verse, and they're meshing it into one big Spider-Man finale, and it's gonna be epic.
That's the thing that's crazy about Spider-Man is like as a hero, obviously Avengers is such a big thing. It's such a big thing, and it's just like, where's Marvel gonna go with Avengers? All these characters. Something about Spider-Man. I think he has the same sort of hype as in like DC Batman. Like, there's something about Spider-Man. No matter what, he's going to draw in all
Kinda
the
like
attention.
What Captain America was before Spider-Man entered the fray.
Yeah.
Kind of like with Civil War. Like that's when
Those
they
movies
brought
are
in.
hype. Those movies are hype. But
You're saying that Spider-Man. I do agree. I feel that Spider-Man and Batman are Avenger level heroes. Not like
And they
they're big enough to join the Avengers. They are the same size as the Avengers.
that's what this movie feels like.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like I feel like this movie, No Way Home, it feels like an Avenger film.
Yeah.
Because all it's doing is taking pieces of older Spider-Man franchises or Spider-Man films, bringing it all together in one, and it's just like, this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, and when you think about it, I mean, I think maybe in recent years you could say maybe Iron Man has become the face of Marvel, but before his movie, Spider-Man was the face of
Spider-Man.
Marvel.
That was it. Yep.
It's been like that from the 60s all the way up until the MCU started.
Exactly. When the first Iron Man came out, I was like, "Who's this?"
Everybody was like, "Who is that?"
Oh wait, that suit guy. Oh wait,
Yeah,
I think I've seen some pictures of him in some superhero comics.
Exactly.
Barely knew who Iron Man was. I knew the Black Sabbath song, Ozzy.
Yeah, people knew that more than anything. I remember. Yeah, I remember when I went to Comic-Con and they announced it there. I came back telling people, "Hey, they're gonna make an Iron Man movie," and they're like, "Who?"
Who cares?
Robert Downey Jr. Oh, was that the guy that was like, fucked up?
Drug addict?
Yeah, for a long time. Oh wait, no, he's great now.
Yeah, see, yeah, as most people didn't. I got a couple of people who were like, "Oh, from Marvel vs. Capcom," and I was like, "I'll take it, I'll take it, I'll take it." But now he's a household name. You know, that's probably like $1 million character now.
Well,
in my
yeah.
opinion.
Oh, dude,
Like,
billion.
Yeah,
A zillion
Yeah.
dollar character.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy what they've done with each character.
Mm.
Like the way they've just brought
Honestly, yeah.
alive like every character. Like
Thor.
Doctor Strange had no idea.
Doctor Strange.
Fuck Doctor Strange.
Now he's like my favorite.
yeah, exactly.
And he's the problem with everything.
Yeah.
Oh man, who was I think it's a YouTuber I like to watch. He like critiques shit. Jeremy Johns or something. He usually has like a red background behind him, and he just critiques movies. He has a very enthusiastic like personality. He's very fun, and he analyzes films in a very fun way. He was breaking down this trailer, and he was like, "Okay, am I going to be the guy to say it?" But from what I got, Doctor Strange is an absolute asshole. Like he's like, "Oh, right before the spell is done, he then tells Peter the dangers of it,
Yeah.
and then does it anyway."
And then it gets botched, and then he brings Peter back in, like, "Oh yeah, so that spell that we botched, like, no.
Yeah, I thought it was such a funny point.
Sorcerer Supreme, you botched it. You clean up your mess." So I don't blame MJ for giving a little sass, like, you could say please.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on
I agree.
now. Like,
yeah.
Strange is a bit of an arrogant
What's the
asshole.
actress's name?
Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Zendaya?
Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was Zendaya.
She was. Really,
You would think the way it's spelled, you'd think Zendaya, but
Zendaya.
I've heard Zendaya. I've said Zendaya.
Oh well,
Like,
she says Zendaya, so
Okay, Zendaya.
yeah.
her
So.
opinion doesn't.
This is the English language we're talking about.
Nah, she was really good in that HBO show.
Euphoria.
Euphoria. Yeah.
She's in good.
She was in
Yeah,
Dune
she's like
as well.
I didn't watch Dune.
Oh, she was in
You know what?
Dune. Oh, okay. The new Dune.
The movie on HBO Max. I thought you said you watched it.
No, I started it.
Oh, well, she's still in. She's still like in one of the early scenes. Remember when the dude was like, "I saw a girl and she had blue eyes." That's Zendaya.
Yep.
She doesn't have blue eyes.
She didn't.
She had
movie.
contacts.
Yeah, the characters had blue eyes in the movie, but so she had to have blue eyes for the character.
I have no idea what that movie's about, but apparently, like, the voice
So
is like the Force.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I've heard.
They fight over spices.
Yeah, Spice Runs, Star Wars. Come on, Dune.
Yeah.
Even though I think Dune was created first.
I actually don't know.
I think Dune was created first. It was
a book.
It was a novel, yeah, like before Star Wars
Mm.
came out. So George Lucas,
Okay.
stole some shit.
I know the first Dune movie came out in the 80s, but it came out after, Star Wars. But, I don't know, yeah. I don't know. I'll look into that.
But yeah, I'm super hyped. Is it confirmed that Jamie Foxx is?
That was
Oh yeah. They
You
showed me the
freeze it,
trailer.
you
It was
see his
him.
face.
It was him.
Yeah. And he's not all like weird looking, like not with like the comb over and everything.
Or that gap teeth?
Yeah, now he just looks normal. He looks like Jamie.
I mean, you did get a close shot of him, but
If you freeze it, it's him. It's him. He
it's
has like a
definitely
fade
Jamie
and
Foxx.
everything.
It's
yeah.
definitely Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. So
Like I knew as soon as I saw him, like, yep, that's Jamie Foxx. Because I heard he played Electro, and I was like, yep, that's Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
It's even like on that little like quick second or two that you get.
yeah, he's like, yeah, you won't take this from me. Like
Right.
that's his one line in the trailer. But I'm happy to see him back. I'd like to see him do justice because the movie wasn't great, but I think he's still a good cast to play a Spider-Man villain, particularly Electro. So
Well, I mean,
I can see that happen.
dude, put Jamie Foxx into anything and
Yeah, he'll be alright. He'll
Jamie
be good.
Foxx is
he's
great.
motherfucking Jones.
Motherfucking Jones. Yeah,
Dude.
motherfucking Jones.
Sipping on a straw.
Yeah. Oh man. So
So I
yeah.
reached into her purse.
No, we see where this is going.
Fucked up with my mom for a week.
And that's when I got the name, motherfucking Jones.
Oh, that. Good movie. Good movie. Anyway,
Yeah.
Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, surprised they didn't get a trilogy. They got 2 movies. They didn't
The
get
second
a
one wasn't that great, so I'm kind of glad they didn't stretch it to third. It's kind of like the Hangover, where it was like.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the second Hangover was bad though.
It was
Actually, the second Horrible Bosses at least made me laugh. I can't lie.
I had moments.
I don't even
It did
remember
make me
it.
laugh.
Not memorable at all. The first one, I remember.
The first one was
every
great.
scene.
They're-
I remember
first
the
one was
lines,
great.
but like the second one, I honestly hardly remember it.
Yeah, the only part in Horrible Bosses 2 I remember is when they're in the dentist's office and they're like trying to hide
Oh.
and whatnot, and it's like a sex act.
Oh yeah, at the beginning. Yeah, it was like that scene from Austin Powers.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was like they're behind like a glass wall, so it looks like a silhouette.
No.
But yeah, it looks like they're
Yeah.
they're trying to fix this machine, but it looks like they're playing with each other's butt.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and that was from Austin Powers. Austin Powers did that where he stood up and then Mini-Me stood up and stuck his hand out, but his hand looked like his wiener.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
so that's fair. So maybe it's a good thing they didn't complete that trilogy.
well, final thoughts.
Yeah, back to
on-
Spider-Man.
on the Spider-Man trailer. Like, I feel like this trailer showed a lot, like kind of confirming like
Yeah.
who's really gonna be in it, but also I think they didn't show anything at all.
Yeah, I'd say-
Honestly,
yeah.
I think they laid out a lot of what the plot is going to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
yes.
see where the story is going to go with the trailer. I might be wrong, but like the way they had Dr. Octopus talking to all the kids, and like, when he realized that Tom Holland's Peter Parker wasn't the Peter Parker that he knew, I believe that Doc Ock is going to work with him temporarily, and then at the very end, he's gonna like betray him once Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man
But
comes
Doc Ock
in.
wouldn't do that because Doc Ock's ultimate, revival of his, humanity was like he sacrificed himself.
Yeah, it was weird. He reconciled with his Peter Parker
Yeah.
before he died. So that's why I don't see him necessarily coming back and be like, God, I'm gonna get you because I died. Unless the robot.
They got him. I
Yeah.
think they got him before he made that reconciliation.
Yeah, that's what they.
It
There's
has to be.
It has to be.
Has to be.
Yeah, unless his ghost is being completely controlled by the robotic arms, then I can understand.
And
The
that's-
robotic arms could be. They hate him. You turned them on us.
Yeah.
I can see that
Yeah.
happening. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious to see what they do with all that. I'm curious to see if every villain will come back because there's another one. If you freeze it, You do see Green Goblin, but
Okay.
there's
I
one
wanted to talk about
you
this.
see you see the Harry Osborn
Yes.
Goblin.
Yes.
Where?
Yeah,
Yes.
but
He's on-
he's throwing like spinny discs. He's like,
But it looks like he looks like fucking James Franco's Harry Goblin.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's the other one. Is it James Franco's or is it the one from Amazing Spider-Man? Yeah. So both of them are Harry Osborn. Yeah, it could be that one too. They both got killed. They both died.
If those two could fight,
That would be an awesome.
that'd be
fight.
so funny.
Because when you think about it, James Franco reconciled with his Peter Parker,
Yeah.
but the other Harry Osborn didn't. So if he comes back, he's going to want to kill Peter.
It would make.
And the James Franco one would want to help Peter, so they would fight each other.
How do you think the writers of this thing like are like straight like
Oh, I have so much fun with this.
budget, crew, actors,
I'd have so much fun.
like how do like
Yeah.
if the money's there, I mean obviously they can make anything happen.
Yeah.
We were having a conversation
We were,
about,
yeah.
about money.
Yeah.
But like holy shit.
Yeah, and then all in one movie. Also, too, there's some other things to take into consideration. One of the number of villains that were there, I think we named. They showed pretty much all of them. Sandman didn't die, but he was in the trailer throughout the whole thing.
100%,
So I wonder what
100%.
his vendetta is.
I wonder if it's the same actor too.
Oh.
Yep, I'm sure it is. The other one too is Venom. What happens with that? We don't see, Peter
Maybe
Parker's
they're saving
Venom.
it.
Maybe.
They're talking about who the sixth person is in the Sinister Six.
Sinister Six, yeah.
They're talking about it's going to be Venom, but they're waiting for that reveal.
Yeah, or maybe if Mysterio comes back. I don't
Did
know.
you guys
maybe.
see the second Venom?
I did.
You did?
Yeah. Did you?
I
did
did
not.
not.
You did not.
I don't mind spoilers.
You don't mind spoilers? Do you-
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning for Venom 2.
I don't mind.
Wait, it is.
The only one I don't want to know about is Eternals. I was actually.
Oh, okay. I won't talk about that. We can.
Did you watch that?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Is it good?
Oh yeah, I loved it. I loved every Marvel movie, and I loved it. But this one, it doesn't feel like a Marvel movie when you see it. So if you're expecting, Eternals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're expecting like the same laughs and the same action, like humor and stuff, this one's different.
Good.
You still get action, you still get stuff like that.
Good.
But
No, actually, that makes me. I'm a huge fan of the guy that plays Robb Stark in Game of Thrones, and he's like the main guy.
Oh yeah, he's Icarus in this one. So
Icarus. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a huge fan of him. Man
Oh,
Crush.
okay.
Man Crush.
okay, well yeah, you'll see how he does in this movie. It's a good movie. You should go see it.
Alright.
It's long though. It's 2 hours 30 minutes. It's long.
That's okay.
But it's okay.
I don't know how much longer I have on this earth, but
Yeah.
But-
You're.
I'll spend it on that.
I'll admit, the only time I checked at the time was because I had somewhere to be. That's the only, otherwise, I would have never checked the time. So it really just goes like that.
Right.
And then the Jon Snow is in it too. So
Yeah, dude. Fucking Kit Harington.
yeah,
Isn't Selma Hayek also in it?
yeah. Everybody's in it. Salma Hayek, Angelina
she's so
Jolie,
hot.
Oh.
Kumail Nanjiani.
I know him. He was in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, just get all the babes of Hollywood.
They were talking about how like 2 people from Silicon Valley are now in Marvel, just in general. So
Who's the other one?
one of the guys.
I know T.J. Miller was in Deadpool, but
The principal, Peter Parker's principal, was on Silicon Valley.
oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy with the beard,
Yeah,
long
the
hair.
teacher.
I forget his name, but
Yeah, I
yeah.
forget his name too.
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
He
No.
was in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeff Bridges was an Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
He was bald.
Yeah, he was bald, yeah. But
Shit.
Obadiah. Yeah.
Obadiah Stane, yeah. Yeah, the Iron Mongler. But what was I saying?
Yeah,
No.
sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Go see Eternals. It's good. And stay after the credits both times.
Always with
Yeah.
a Marvel movie, you
Yeah,
have to stay
both
for the
times.
credits. Everyone knows that now.
Nah, people walked out when I went and saw it, so I'm like, y'all still.
That was their second time watching it. Like, oh,
It better have been. No, it was opening night. I saw it.
oh,
So it was their first
never
time.
mind.
But what I want to say about Spider-Man, because you said you don't care about spoilers for the Venom movie when Let There Be Carnage. It's actually good. It's actually better than
Wait,
the
did
first
you
Venom.
see it?
I have not, but go for it.
Oh, do you care about spoilers?
Go for it.
Okay, there actually is an after credit scene in Venom. Spoiler alert. And in it, him and Venom actually get out of town because the fight with Carnage like fucks up all of San Francisco. So like we just gotta get out of it.
You know
Get out
why?
of Dodge.
Because fuck San Francisco.
So they get out of San Francisco, and they're on some island somewhere, and then they're like in a hotel, and then they're watching TV, and they're like, they're like, huh, what the hell? Wait. And then they look and they see on the screen, it's J.K. Simmons, the bald, and he's going, Spider-Man is a menace. He's a murderer, and he killed Mysterio, and everybody sees it here live on TV. And he's like, what? And then the guy comes out of the bathroom. He's like, what are you doing in my hotel room? Venom transferred universes. Yeah, tell me right, dude. So that means, what does that mean? Is he gonna be in this movie?
I think so.
Like,
I mean,
you guys missed out on all of that. You didn't even know about that when watching this trailer. You didn't even think about.
what is that?
Oh,
Ed
shit,
Hardy
Venom's
make
in
an
this too?
appearance?
He might.
This movie is going to be
Yeah.
such a
Dude,
Yeah. Is the other Venom going to be there? Are both Venoms going to fight each other because one's good, one's
Stop
evil?
it.
Like, yo, we see Harry Osborn's fight each other, Venoms fight each other.
What's the budget for this movie? $400 million? This is insane.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah, it's almost like Avengers, but for the villains of Spider-Man.
But it's also
It's like Marvel Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
dude. See, I'm like going like cross-eyed, like
yeah,
like,
hearing
like,
this Venom shit now, huh? Because the movies make no reference to any of the Spider-Man. The Venom movies make no
seem
reference to
very
Spider-Man.
disconnected from the from just the MCU.
Yeah, in
completely.
general. Well,
At least from what I remember from the first one.
you're right. Well, after the credits, he's and ends up in the MCU, and he's there with Venom.
Dude, I don't even know what to say right now.
Yo, yeah, I know just fucked you guys up with that one, huh?
Dude.
Yo. Dude, so so that's someone else you gotta take into consideration that you hadn't taken into
Dude,
consideration.
the Battle of Toms, Tom Holland, Tom Hardy.
Not Hardy, that's
Battle of Toms, let's go, dude. It's gonna be like Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler.
yeah.
Chip of the century.
I don't know if you guys saw that fight, but
Justin.
Justin,
Oh yeah, oh man, they went to war.
dude. Like,
They went to war.
like Gaethje said it best after the fight. He was like, we live in a different. We live in a different time, man. Like,
yeah.
him and I should have been in the Coliseum, fighting to the death, sort of thing. But the reason I went like, oh god damn it, was because like he said, oh, we should be living in a different time,
Yeah.
and now we're talking about this and all the different timelines like merging.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where a lot of this anxiety and
it's-
shit that we're talking about is coming about.
Because we're jumping in the MCU.
We're jumping into the multiverse. That's what this is about. Like,
Okay, well, I need to find me an Infinity Stone or something. I need superpowers. Like, bro,
Yeah,
sorry,
dude,
I
like,
need
straight up,
superpowers. Yeah.
straight up, that's what needs to happen.
Yeah, I need superpowers.
We need
Alright.
superpowers.
Yeah.
And then Ant-Man is the sexiest man alive.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge.
Congratulations to Paul Rudd.
Dude.
Yeah. Good thing he became Ant-Man because that's what got him buff.
Did you watch his interview about for being sexiest man alive?
No, I have it on watch later.
It's
on
pretty
YouTube.
funny. Like he's like, I wasn't expecting this. Like, are you sure?
You know what's funny is like, obviously we're big fans of Hot Ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And my favorite interview ever on Hot Ones
He's
is
in my top 3 of hot ones.
Like,
Okay.
to me, he's number one.
I need to see it.
Dude, I don't know, like,
It's like I don't want to rank him right now, but I'd say like Shia LaBeouf, Paul Rudd.
Shia LaBeouf is really good, yeah.
Shia LaBeouf is so funny during his hot ones.
Okay, I gotta
He's
see
he's an interesting cat, that guy.
it. Okay.
But what I loved about like Paul Rudd's is just how like comfortable and just like human he is. You know,
And you can see that in any interview. Watch him on late night, like with Kimmel, Conan.
Yeah.
Like, he's super just relatable. He like connects to whomever he's talking
Yeah.
to or getting interviewed by.
Yeah. They did a
He's such a
Wired
down-to-earth
autocomplete
person.
interview for him of like
Like that's a joke that's going around that he's the nicest person in Hollywood.
Yeah, I've heard
Which,
that. Yeah.
Of course, like you can tell.
Duh.
Like just like
Yeah. It's
just
just
watch
like-
any interview with this
Yeah.
guy. He's just this warm beam of light. Like God.
like
And
if
now
I'm
the
in this,
sexiest man alive.
which and I feel like that's a problem. I think that's like a weird media trick trying to like be like, oh no, he's not this like nice person. He's the sexiest man.
Well, I think
And it's like, no, don't treat him like that. He's a fucking just a good dude.
I think that's what makes him sexy, though, is that he's like he's the epitome of charming in this sense.
Right.
That's how I feel like he's the epitome of charming.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, he's not like the.
Chris Hemsworth.
Right. Yeah. Not the prototypical just. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so sexy.
Yeah, he's cool, but he's just like he's
So
super,
Michael-
and he's like intimidating to like walk to. Like Chris Hemsworth, like I'm sure he's a nice guy. But,
I'm
like,
sure
if I
he's
saw him in
nice.
a restaurant, I wouldn't be like, "Hey, yo, what's up, Chris?"
Yeah.
But if I saw Paul Rudd, I'd be like,
You're like, dude,
Paul Rudd?
Paul.
He'd be like, "Hello, hey,
Yeah.
it's me." And it's like, I love you, man.
Yeah, that's
I wouldn't do that to Chris Hemsworth. I wouldn't do it to Chris Evans.
So what would you say?
But
So
Paul Rudd is
world's-
approachable because in the interviews he comes off as very human, like you said. He's this very relatable person. He's
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if those other two guys weren't famous, the Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans, and I saw them at a bar, I'd be like, okay, so let me not sit next to them so I don't piss them off. I'm not trying to play pool and bump one of them. Not.
You're like, oh, I spilt another.
Yeah. See, I don't need that. But with Paul, I feel like I could, accidentally bump him. Like, hey, man, I'm so sorry.
And he'll buy you a
And he'll
drink.
buy me a drink.
He'll buy you a drink.
I feel like he's that guy.
So
Yeah.
he's not the world's sexiest man. He's the world's most lovable man.
Yeah, and I think that makes him sexy. So I think that's
that makes him sexy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're good. We're good.
All right, we're good.
But I do agree. He's the one of the most lovable people, and that's what makes him attractive to a lot of women, and a lot of people. He's a lot of man crushes. A lot of guys have man crushes on him. So
I have a crush on him simply because, like, I know,
I want to be him.
like,
yeah.
like,
That's what I strive to be.
Yeah.
right. Like, you just like when he said on the Hot Ones, like, he had a big show coming out, and Sean Evans was like, all right, so this camera, that camera, yada, yada, yada. What do you want to tell us going on? And he was just sitting there. He's like, I don't have anything to sell. I'm here to celebrate. And I'm just like, yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Like, this guy, he's on a fucking pedestal. He's making
His agents who like make money off of him promoting shit. It's like, God damn it, Paul.
They're mad. But are they now? Because he's now the sexiest man alive.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, I don't know. I think that's a beautiful way to look at life. Like, if you're successful, that's awesome, and do everything you can to maintain that success. But also have fucking fun.
Yeah.
Have fun. And
That's
to
what
me-
I love about Paul Rudd.
and
is that
that's-
he has fun. Like he's not just like this stickler, just like I make money, I make movies, I'm in Marvel. No, his ego is very like not extinguished, but just like very just toned down to the point where he knows who he is. He's humble. He's humble.
He's humble.
He's a humble person, and that's what makes him like a very likable person as an actor. Like it's this superstar, whatever, Marvel superhero. He's relatable because he's down to earth and he like sees himself as a human. He doesn't put himself on
that yeah. And to me, that's why he's the sexiest man. Just because it's like you said, I want to be him. Like it would be great to have that amount of success. We all have dreams. We all have goals. We're all working. Like technically, we're working right now.
Yeah. But I think about it, he does have that kind of he has like that larger than life persona, realizes that and brings it back down to reality. But I think about like, he's really larger than life in the sense of like Avengers or like, is that Paul Rudd? Yeah. Full on Avengers. Or like, is that Paul Rudd? Oh my gosh, that's Paul Rudd. And then he's so chill, he's like, is that Mark Ruffalo?
That would be the craziest scene, like to like be one of those dudes and like stepping onto the set and like seeing like each other like.
Oh, dude, Endgame must have been crazy. See,
God,
everybody
everyone.
there.
like on set. Just
Gwyneth Paltrow, Robert Downey. Is that Benedict Cumberbatch?
see, we're
Like Tom Holland.
We just want to like
I
go
imagine
grab
having-
and hug, go like, hey. Yo, hi.
Yeah, I'm with you. I bet Tom Holland was like,
Like him being like this new fresh face in the acting in Hollywood, it like
Yeah.
seeing all these like huge like superstars suddenly like surrounding you. They're your co-stars,
Right.
And you're bigger than them because you're fucking Spider-Man. like,
yeah, I think about that
crazy.
with like Zendaya.
That's
I think she's like an A-lister.
Oh.
But Tom Holland shows up and he's the star and she isn't, you know, things like that.
Mhm.
So that's gotta be the case. There.
It's like we're all trees and we're all climbing over each other, trying to be like, oh yeah.
Well, yeah, and they're helping each other too.
They are.
And then they kissed and paparazzi caught it and everybody's like, ooh. So
Dude,
that's-
Tom Holland. Hey, let's just give a shout out to Tom Holland.
Yeah, he
man.
scored.
A little.
shout out Tom
If,
Holland.
if that rumor is true, you fucking scored, bro. Props.
What's in there?
Yeah, if that's rumor true, I think.
Dude, not even Zendaya, but just him being him. Like Tom Holland,
That's true,
I
yeah.
feel like is just a dope.
He spoils a lot of stuff because he can't keep his mouth shut.
Which makes him
Have you
even
seen-
better. I think that's kind of what makes him like charming.
And Spider-Man in its own right.
He's
Yeah,
so
like,
giddy and excited. He's just like,
Yeah, he's like us. It's like if we got casted to play a superhero.
I don't blame him honestly. Like I can't. Like I get that he like gushes about it. Like he's being
Yeah,
interviewed.
He's
and
younger
he's just
than
like,
us. He's like
Yeah, he is.
he's
yeah.
like 23.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah, he's young. Yeah, they made jokes about him. They're like, they showed a picture of him when he was actually like 16, and they said, God damn, him as a 16-year-old looks like a 12-year-old. You know, they were clowning him for it.
Him and Uncharted. I saw that
Oh.
trailer.
I'm so hyped for that movie.
I think it
I'm
looks really
so
good.
hyped.
I was talking to my good friend, brother, Isom, and
I thought you were gonna say Chris when he said brother.
well, I'm just looking at friend, like when I say friend, it's like, am I really just saying brother? Because it's like,
He said brother because he's black.
he was black.
So yeah, my brother.
My brother.
My brother Isom.
My brother.
My brother is a huge Uncharted fan, and
Oh,
Isom
anytime-
likes his PlayStation titles.
Oh yes, he does. Yes, he does for good reasons.
No, PlayStation has the best.
Exclusives, I feel like,
Exclusives.
of consoles.
Gears of War and Halo is the only thing PlayStation.
I mean,
like-
Xbox.
No, Xbox. Xbox has Halo and Gears of War, and those are sort
Is that what I just said?
Yeah, but you said PlayStation.
You
not
said God
Xbox.
of War.
Oh,
No. PlayStation has God of
I'm
War.
sorry.
PlayStation has.
What I meant to say was Gears of War and Halo are the only things PlayStation can't trump over. Like that. That's the only. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, that's all they have. All Xbox has is Halo
Master
and,
Chief and Gears.
and Gears. Yeah, I mean, unless you want to say Forza, but
No.
you know,
Don't count Forza. That's nothing.
I mean, PlayStation has Gran Turismo, so it's like that. There's the balance.
But
PlayStation.
my
has a lot.
point is anytime Isom and I would hang out, he would bring his PlayStation, and Uncharted was usually, on deck.
Yeah, that's
And he's a huge fan of the character Nathan Drake
Mm-hmm.
and the adventures and stuff. And when I saw the trailer, I thought, I wonder what Isom thinks about this.
oh.
Because I wasn't a fan of it at first.
Yeah, because you never played the games or anything like that. I don't think, or not all the way through.
Well, not on my own. I'm familiar with the games
right.
because of Isom.
Oh, okay,
But
he's beat them all.
he deep dives on this shit.
Okay.
But one thing we like to do is we always like to try to cast our image
Oh.
of who would be this character in this game, in a movie version.
Right.
And so when I saw the trailer, Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, it was like.
It's like a young Nathan Drake, maybe. But
It was like, And then I saw Mark Wahlberg, and I was like, okay, wait, maybe Mark Wahlberg's Nathan Drake, but even then, But after seeing the extensiveness of the trailer, I think it looks like a really fun movie. And I talked to Isom about it, and he was like, yeah, I'm not a fan of the casting, but it does look like a lot of fun.
So this one thing I wanted to say about the an upcoming Uncharted movie. I know you mentioned you heard about the cast and it was kind of like. When I heard about the cast, I jumped for joy. I was so hyped, and here's why. Uncharted 3. In Uncharted 3, the game starts out. You're actually playing as Nathan Drake as a 12-year-old.
Oh.
Oh.
Tom Holland looks like the 12-year-old Nathan Drake, but maybe a little bit older. Like maybe like
14.
Well, like 18, 19.
Just got past. He's going through puberty. Like he's dealing with it.
Right. Because here's the thing. In Nathan Drake, if you play the game series, it looks like he's 30. And each game looks like he gets older. And then by Uncharted 4, to me, he looks 40. In my opinion. But in Uncharted 3, they do a flashback. He looks 12. And in Uncharted 4, they do a flashback. He looks 10. But he looks like the 12-year-old Nathan Drake, but 18, 19. And because of that, I thought he was the perfect casting choice for an Uncharted prequel. And that's what this movie is.
That's okay.
It's a prequel. Yeah, because when you play Uncharted, again, he's 30 when the first game comes out. And Tom Holland ain't nowhere near looking 30.
No.
So
Dude, when he's 50, he's not even gonna look.
So when they cast him, I was like, okay, so this is a prequel to the video game series. There was a spin-off on the PlayStation Vita where he's like late 20s.
Oh.
But it's
Which
still
Tom Holland will be in his 60s.
Yeah, right. So they honestly, in my opinion, could make 3 Uncharted movies with Tom Holland and have the last movie end where the spin-off picks up. In my opinion, I think they could do that.
Honestly, that's probably what they're planning to do.
I'd be super hyped if that's the plan.
Because, dude, Tom Holland is just such a, just great young actor, and he has the fresh look, he's athletic, and he can do a lot of his own stunts.
Yeah,
I guess he's
parkour.
in, gymnastics or parkour and shit.
Yeah, he can do parkour. So yeah, that's why I thought he was a great choice for that. Also, too, I gotta give a shout out to God damn, I already forgot his name.
Mark Wahlberg?
Thank you. Yeah, not Matt Damon, but
We
Mark
ate
Wahlberg.
at his restaurant, Dalton.
We did eat at Wahlburgers.
You guys did.
We did eat at Wahlburgers,
You guys
and it was
did.
delicious. Okay, me and Patrick did. That was a good night. That Wahlburgers was delicious.
Yeah, I was
Thank
in the
you for
hotel room
that. Yeah.
recovering
Or
inducing. Dosing. I don't know.
Well, shout out to Mark Wahlberg though. I think that's a great casting choice for young Sully. Again, in Uncharted 3, when we see 12-year-old Drake, we meet a young Sully, and we see how they meet for the first time. So, and young Sully to me kind of looked like Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, the only difference is young Sully had a mustache still. And so we see Mark Wahlberg, and it's like, oh, I guess he got rid of his mustache in between that moment from Uncharted 3 and whenever the next game comes. And it's going to grow back. So I think that's what we're going to see, too. If they make 2 more movies, we'll see the mustache grow out, and then he'll become the Sully that we know.
With Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see Mark Wahlberg become the Sully that we know. So that's why I'm super hyped for this movie, is because it looked like they played that... Because it's just one mission where you play as a 12-year-old, but these guys look like the sequel to that one mission. And that's why I'm super hyped for this movie. I'm so hyped for this movie. It's Nathan Drake origin story, and the way it's set up, it doesn't look like it's even rebooting the games. It looks like it can still exist within the video game series. That's why I'm so hyped.
I don't know if we talked about this on the last podcast, but that was besides the cast choice, one thing I really was like, this looks awesome, was the animation, or the CGI. It really looked like the animation of the video game, when Nathan Drake, Tom Holland is falling out of the airplane and hopping on the crates and stuff. It reminded me a lot of
the actual game.
Yeah. And that's what got me excited. I was like, okay, so this movie is it's almost gonna be like a National Treasure Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
But with the epicness of
the game series.
Uncharted.
We talked about that driving to El Cajon. That's when we talked about
That's
it.
when we talked
Yeah,
about it.
and
Okay.
I do agree. There's a part where you have Tom Holland, and he's here, and he jumps from one crate. It's literally the exact same way Nate jumps in the video game.
Exactly.
So I felt like I pressed the X button right there when Tom Holland
Yes.
jumped from that one crate to the other. So they got the movement down perfectly. So I love that. There's only one thing I hope they add. There was a fan film that starred Nathan Fillion. I don't know if you guys know who that is. From Firefly and whatnot.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. Somebody did a fan film, and it was only like maybe 10, 15 minutes, but it was him as Nathan Drake. And
Ooh.
yeah, and it
That actually makes a lot of
That'd be a great
sense.
casting
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
That was cool, and they showed him like escaping like some like a South American prison. But in doing so, he's running away, and the way the camera angle was shot, it was over the shoulder, third person, just like in the video game.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, so
That's
he's like
tight.
shooting, and then he turns, looks, and he's looking over the shoulder. I hope they do that in this movie. I hope they show the over the shoulder as he's shooting, and then he puts his back to the wall, and you see his whole face and everything. If they do that, then it's a perfect movie.
So is it more like are you looking more like forward to the story of this film, or are you looking more forward to how they're able to replicate the way the engine runs of the video game into a movie? You know what I mean?
I'm more interested in the engine part because the story of Nathan Drake, in my opinion, has already been told in its completion. Here, the origin story of Drake, at least in this movie, looks like they're gonna portray. All I really need from them is just put them on a dope adventure. That's all I need. A dope adventure involving treasure, involving me learning a little bit about history, you know, and
right.
banter. Yeah, that's
yeah.
really that's really all I need from the plot. I'm not looking for Citizen Kane. I'm not looking for Schindler's List. You know, I just need
Rosebud.
Yeah, exactly. I just need an adventure.
Fuck Rosebud. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah, I just need a generic adventure, and the rest will play out. Because I'm more interested in, like you said, how the movements are.
Animatronics.
How the movements are compared to the end game engine. I'm interested in seeing Sully Drake banter. I really want to see that. And then maybe references or little hints at other characters in the game, which in the trailer they talk about his brother Sam, which you meet in Uncharted 4. The fact that they already reference him in the movie is great. He doesn't even need to be in the movie, Sam. He didn't even need to show up. He didn't have to. And the movie would still be great. But the fact that they acknowledge that
Who
he's
would
out
play
there.
Sam? Who would play Sam?
Oh, go Cassie.
Who would play Sam?
Yeah, it'd have to be somebody older than Tom Holland, or at least looks older than Tom Holland.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, but they can't be the same age as Sully though, because
Fuck.
yeah, they're younger than Sully but older than Drake,
Okay.
and so that's
So
the
in this
tough part.
plot line,
Like I give it like 5 years. In Uncharted 4, you see Drake is like a 10-year-old and his brother Sam is like a 15-year-old. So they got to be like a 5-year difference.
Ryan Reynolds.
What?
I think it works.
What?
Dude, that guy ages backwards. All right, no, I got a better one.
Yeah, Paul Rudd is the guy.
Paul Rudd, yeah, there we go.
He's the guy who doesn't age. Paul Rudd doesn't age. But no, it's got to be somebody close to Tom's age, but older. Closer to Tom than to Mark Wahlberg. And
Right.
yeah, I'm having a tough time thinking of somebody who could play that
Somebody.
role. Here's a stretch, and hear me out. Maybe Zac Efron. Maybe. Because as far as age, he's in between the two of them.
Man, he fits the age, but just like I can't see him.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
I can't see it.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Because he doesn't look like Sam too much in the game. You know, Sam's
What does
not.
Sam look like?
Sam's not like pretty. Nate is out of the two brothers.
Zac
Nate's the
Efron
prettier
is too
one.
pretty.
Yeah, Nate's the prettier one out of the two. Sam is more rugged looking. Sam looked like he'd been punched in the face a few
So what
times.
if we just take a crowbar?
That would actually work.
Beat Zac Efron.
Just make Zac
A couple
Efron
times.
ugly.
Yeah.
That could actually work. That could actually work. But that'd be a tough. I don't know what made me think of this, but there's this.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, too old.
He's that's the same age as Mark Wahlberg.
Fuck.
That's a great choice if he was like younger. But he's too close to Mark Wahlberg's age. In fact, I think they're the same age.
Zendaya.
She'd be a great love interest in there. I think so.
That's, I mean.
Yeah, she
You
could
know,
just
we're-
play a generic love interest. Yeah, she could do that.
Okay,
She can't play-
okay.
she
Wait,
can't play by
who's the
herself.
guy from Blue Mountain State or Blue
Yeah.
Chad or do you know what I'm talking about, Pat?
I know you showed me the movie, but I
It-
can't recall.
Well, that's a show. I thought Blue Mountain
It was
State.
a show, and then they made a movie.
They did make a
Tad.
movie.
Tad. I think
Tad. Is Tad the blonde one?
Yeah, he's like the.
Oh yeah, I know him because he played Aquaman in Smallville, and he played Hawk in Titans.
Yes.
That could actually work. His thing is he might be too big.
Oh.
Yeah, Sam wasn't like when they're both adults, they're kind of like the same height, same age, or same weight. If anything, Sam might be a little slimmer. Yeah, this guy's like superhero built, so he might be a little too
big.
for that. Yeah.
Slim built.
Yeah, I know this is tough.
Ooh.
Actually, I mentioned Titans.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's too old. No. I mentioned Titans. The guy who plays Nightwing, I think he could probably play Sam.
Yes.
I think he could, because he looks like maybe 5 years older than Tom Holland.
He
But-
does have a younger.
Yeah.
Even the guy. Well,
I'm listening.
I had to stump myself because. Is it the same guy that played Robin?
Robin?
In Titans?
Yes, yes. Nightwing and Robin are the same person.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
that's what. I was like, well, maybe Robin. Wait, hold on. That's the same guy.
Yeah, the Nightwing and Robin are the same guy.
I'm still on season 1.
Yeah, Nightwing and Robin are the same guys. Oh, well, spoiler, he becomes Nightwing.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
Yeah. But what about Dick Grayson from Titans? Where is he? Also the same guy. For those who didn't get that reference, also the same guy.
Fucking bullshit. I don't like these jokes.
I think he could play that character. I think he's like the right build. I remember he was really slim in Pirates. He was in the 4th Pirates movie. He played Will Turner's son.
Oh my god, I barely remember.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he was Will Turner's
You're
son.
right.
Yeah. He was Will
Holy
Turner-
shit.
He was Will Turner's son. Yeah, he actually gets bigger for to play Robin. But I think he'd be a good choice to play Sam.
Liam Hemsworth.
Oh!
Is it a Hemsworth?
Liam Hemsworth?
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
I was saying, is it a Hemsworth?
Who, Liam Hemsworth?
Liam. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, because Chris is the oldest one. Liam, he's done more like romance movies, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
But he was in Expendables 2.
Yeah. 3.
No, it was 2.
3.
It was 2.
3.
It was 2.
What is
Because
it?
he was killed by
He was a-
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
He was a sniper.
Jean-Claude Van Damme was the villain to 2.
He was a sniper, and he got like kicked in the chest with a knife.
Kicked in the chest with a knife.
You're thinking of the other big, buff, blonde actor.
That was Liam Hemsworth.
Liam Hemsworth
That
got
was 2.
Liam Hemsworth got his throat slit by Jean-Claude Van Damme in 2. That was Liam Hemsworth.
Who the fuck got kicked in the chest with a knife?
That was 3. That was the other buff blonde guy, but I don't remember.
That
his
was.
name.
I think that was Liam.
It wasn't Liam. No, 'cause Liam died. He died in 2.
Dude, well, yeah, Liam dies no
He died
matter
in-
what.
He died in 2. He didn't die. He wasn't
I'm
around.
so
for
mad. I feel like you're right.
But you want to know who this other guy
I gotta
is?
know. I
Oh,
gotta
yes.
know.
That's fair. No,
I gotta know.
I can. Let's race. Let's race to see who gets him.
Oh, I'm gonna get it.
I bet Dalton's for
First.
it.
No, Pat, don't lose
Because I know
faith.
what else. I know what other movies.
He's actually
he did. I just don't remember.
Liam Hemsworth has not been in a lot of movies.
Right, yeah, he did
Whatever.
more romance. You're thinking
I am
of
correct.
Kellen Lutz.
No, I'm correct. That's what you're trying to say.
This is who you're thinking of. Kellen Lutz. That's who you're thinking of.
Fuck.
This is the guy in the 3rd Expendables who got kicked.
I knew it.
And he lived, he didn't die. But he kind of
What
filled
are you
the
talking
void.
about? He got.
Or, no, he lived.
Okay, so are you wrong on how Liam Hemsworth died?
Liam Hemsworth got. Maybe he did get kicked in his chest.
Dude,
I thought he got his head. No, okay, I remember. He held his head to his throat. He held his head to his throat, and then he was like, "Stallone, you got to submit to me," and he wouldn't.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he let him go, and then he goes, "Are you scared of me?" He's like, "No." Then you should be, and then he kicked the sword in his chest. You're
See,
right.
okay,
So it
so
did
when-
happen, but it was in 2, not 3. It happened in 2.
You're right
It happened
on
in
that.
2. And this is the guy in 3 that kind of replaced his
Yeah,
character.
fuck that guy. I don't care. He's probably a great dude.
He's probably good people, I'll be honest. I don't know how he hasn't been casted to play a superhero yet. Oh, but, yeah, Liam Hemsworth's not a bad choice to play Sam Drake. But I still like the Rob. I still like Nightwing, and you still like Robin. I thought that'd be a good choice. That was a good question. We could always come back to it. Here's a weird one. I think Andrew Garfield wouldn't play a bad Samuel Drake.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it would be kind of poetic because they both were Spider-Man.
And,
And then they play brothers in a different movie. I think that would be kind of poetic.
that's
if that
actually
happened.
beautiful.
Yeah. So I think that'd be kind of cool. But
I'm just trying to confirm that I'm correct.
no, you're correct. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I remember now.
Dude.
Did you go on Netflix to watch the whole movie?
He's on YouTube.
Looks like
Yeah.
John Cena.
John
Yeah,
Cena.
I'm surprised John Cena's not in Expendables yet. Expendables movie.
Oh,
He got cool after the Expendables was over.
He what?
He got cool after the Expendables got.
I heard rumors that they're making a 4th one.
If they do a 4th one, John Cena will be in it.
Yeah, I really
I
wanted
don't want it.
The Rock will be in it.
I really want the 4th one to be an all-female one. Because I already did 3 Expendables.
You
I
did.
want to see an all-female Expendables movie.
It won't be good.
It would be... None of them were good. What the hell are you talking about?
Dude, the first one slaps. What are you talking about?
Okay.
When
there's-
Terry Crews comes in with the A12
Yeah,
and
that's
just
what
like,
you watch the movie for. You don't watch it for good story and plot. You watch Terry Crews go... Dun, 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 dun,
Yes.
And then in the second one, you watch Chuck Norris go...
And we watched Liam Neeson, or Liam Neeson.
Yeah, get killed.
Liam
Liam
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth get killed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what you watch these movies though for. You don't watch them because they're good. You watch them for the action,
Watch this.
and that's why.
Watch this. He's about. He's about.
Yeah, I agreed with you.
Dude, no, but I have to be right at least on this point.
Yeah, you're right.
I have to.
Yeah,
Dude, that's Liam Hemsworth right
yeah,
there.
that's the.
You're probably gonna have to put this in editing.
That's Jean-Claude Van Damme with the knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to skip forward a little bit because.
Dude, I've already skipped over like 5 minutes. Oh, they're all bowing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's gonna put it to his neck.
You should
Fucking asshole. Dude, I swear. This guy's about
Yeah.
to get.
Oh yeah, now it's about to happen.
He's about to get a knife shoved.
Yeah, it's like, are you afraid of me?
Are you
yeah, see,
No.
I don't even remember.
No!
No, yes.
Well, you should be.
Yeah, you should be.
Oh!
He was trying
Should
to.
be.
He was channeling that.
Boom! Yeah. Yeah. So no, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
You
So-
remember now.
Yeah. I said the line. He said exactly what I said. But yeah, for a 4th one, I want to see it all girls like
I had to
this.
make it a point.
Yeah.
Sorry. Alright.
But yeah, I'd like to see an all females one, just because we've already seen the all male one. You know, they've done every superstar. That
Who would you?
superstars.
Who's your female Expendables? Yeah.
Okay.
Humor.
Dude, put her in there. She's the one getting a.
Realistically, Selma Hayek. I definitely see
Yes,
her in
100%. 100%. Obviously, Scarlett Johansson.
there.
I feel like she'd probably be the lead.
I feel like Jennifer Lawrence would be in it.
Yeah.
Seriously. I thought of I think they have to do this. Mila Jovovich. She was Ultraviolet. She was also Resident Evil. That was her.
I feel like we've had this conversation
we did
before.
with Steven.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah, and I also said they should have Charlize Theron.
Oh, definitely.
She absolutely needs to be in there.
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie, and then we're saying she could probably be a good guy or a villain. I think she'd be good for both.
No, I think that guy has to be the villain.
Guy's villain. Okay. Okay.
All right, whatever. Like, okay, so we have our superstar team. Like,
Yeah.
what's the guy villain to them?
Oh, the guy villain. That's a tough one.
Who's the dick?
I would cast a girl. Believe it or not, I'd cast a girl. as a
It
villain.
would be all female, but if you had to cast a dick, Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
I could just see that in all female cast going up against Woody Harrelson. I could just see him being that comical, but
Yeah.
yet, like misogynistic piece of shit.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh my God, you guys are so sexy. Oh man, it'd be a shame to kill all of you. I'd like to hang you all up in my room like an award show or something."
And the best part about this film is it's directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Oh man,
No one has shoes or socks on.
No, ooh, he has all feet.
It's just all feet.
Oh man. But I was thinking like throwing some like action stars and not action stars, but like athletes. Like I was thinking like Layla Ali, the boxer. I was thinking about putting her in there.
Ali.
Yeah.
I've not
Never
watched.
Oh, that's you've heard of Muhammad Ali, right? Okay. Well, he has a daughter who's probably like the most famous female boxer to exist.
He has there's a few of his descendants that are
Yeah, they're bosses. Yeah.
that are
Yeah. But I think she's the most famous one. I think she's the most famous female boxer to ever exist. And but she kind of stopped boxing in our childhood. So that's probably why you missed out on her.
Mm-hmm.
But I put her in there. I put Ronda Rousey because she was in 3. And
She was in 3.
yeah, she was in 3.
Oh.
And when you think about it, she's one of 2 people to have both a UFC championship and a WWE championship. So I think she should be in it as well. So she should return. Some people were saying Sigourney Weaver should play the person to form them. You know, like the Nick Fury, the one who brings them all together.
That'd be kind of tight.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, because of her and Alien, like she's a boss in that movie.
Honestly, though, the best woman boxer right now, and she
Oh,
just
right now,
transitioned to MMA, is what's her name?
Don't.
Yeah, it's a dope moment. So dope.
Dope.
It's just like, oh, what's her name?
You're the one who brought it up.
I did, and look what happened.
Yeah, now we're gonna wrap it up because of you.
And my last statement, because you brought up boxing. Thoughts on Jake Paul fighting Fury?
Oh, that's happening.
Hey, good
Guys.
segue. Good segue.
Yeah.
Good segue. Thank you for saving me there.
No, you're welcome.
I was struggling because I'm trying to remember this. God. I'm trying to remember God.
I know.
But yeah, Jake Paul, Tommy Fury.
Do you guys care as much about this fight as the others?
Not really, but I hope the same thing that I always hope is I hope Jake Paul gets his ass handed to him, but
Yeah, we always
We'll
avoided
see.
it.
we'll see.
When he had his last fight with Woodley, I kind of stopped caring after that because Woodley knocked him all the way down. It was kind of like, I kind of got what I wanted. That's when to see him get knocked the fuck out.
But Woodley couldn't finish.
Right.
And that was disappointing because
Woodley
he
can never finish. And that's the issue.
But and that's the way like Woodley. Excuse me. Woodley has always fought.
No.
He's always like kind of patient, reserved.
Yeah, he fought that boxing match like a wrestler.
Yeah.
You know.
He landed his big shot.
Yeah, but didn't follow up.
He didn't follow up.
Yeah.
And he excuse me, sorry, bubbles. He had a killer like Canelo. Like we saw Canelo and Plant. I don't know if you guys watched that fight.
I didn't see it, no.
Canelo Plant, yeah. So
But I heard Canelo did work. You know.
it was a great boxing match.
Mhm.
Like Caleb Plant, I think he's a really good fighter and a boxer. But you can just tell that it was just a matter of time. And when Canelo finally connected in the 11th round, dropped him, and then Caleb Plant got up, but you can tell his
You
legs were
knew. You knew
Oh,
it was
like-
over.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
Canelo just fucking went on the attack. So, what I'm explaining is Tyron Woodley did not have that killer instinct in a boxing ring that Canelo Alvarez has. Like, and I don't think Jake Paul will ever step into a ring
with
someone that has that. Like Tyron Woodley dropping Jake Paul like he did in the 4th round should have fucking mauled him.
Yeah.
Like mauled him not only with technique but just pure fuck you brute force.
Yeah, because I also feel that would have jump-started his boxing career, you know?
Yeah.
Now it won't.
Now it's just this big event that he did, and it was like
He
one and done.
made a lot of money.
One and done.
He made a lot of money.
It could have been a thing, but it was a one and done the way that it panned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this fight with Tommy Fury, I'm going with Tommy Fury on this one.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
This is the first actual boxer he's fighting. He's been fighting. He hasn't fought a single boxer yet. He's fought a couple of MMA fighters, and he's fought some athletes.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to fight a hockey player before he fought an actual boxer, but he's actually fighting an actual boxer now.
See, that'd be fun.
That would be another fun
Put Jake Paul in some like fucking hockey skates and just like have him go at the
Out of the ring.
Yeah, where you have him drop the gloves.
Yeah.
That'd be tight.
Holy fucking jersey.
just fucking.
That'd be awesome.
But no, I think I'm not doubting Jake Paul's skill. I think, at this point, you have a few years and you've had the experience of the hype, which is a huge thing, dealing under the pressure. And he's faced that, and he's been in the ring with someone like Tyron Woodley. That's a huge thing. But I think Tommy Fury is. Gonna beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Well, that's what I'm hoping, but I'm hoping that every single time.
But this time, I think it's a little different because Tommy Fury, yeah, he was on Love Island and whatnot, and he has a following to create the attraction. Hence, we're talking about the fight on his own side. But he has the family and the lineage of boxing, and he has the corner around him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's going to be a competitive fight. It's going to be competitive, but what Jake Paul showed in the Tyron Woodley fight, if Tommy Fury can just tighten a few things up, he's going to beat the shit out of him.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
And hey, everybody, this has been a fun podcast. Let's hope so, right?
Yeah, let's hope so.
That's we're hoping.
We keep our hopes up.
You know what?
Here.
Fuck hope. Faith. It's all about faith. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in your homies. And in Grade. Grade has the most faith. But anyway, thank you guys for grabbing your popcorn and getting, enjoying some salty content. We went all over the place with this one. But make sure you like, subscribe, you comment, you do whatever you do if you're surfing the internet and you find us and you want more of this. We're gonna keep creating more of this.
Yeah, that's right.
Greg is the best.
He's our good friend. Don't worry, Greg ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Don't. All right, guys. Peace, love, unity, and respect. We're getting all over the place, but anyway. Thank you, happy campers. Peace out.
There's a photo going around on the internet of you and Tobey Maguire on the set of Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man movie. And I was like, wow,
I'm not sure about that.
we are. We're pretty sure. We're pretty sure about it, so we know what's up. Do you know what's up? Are